Tom Clark's Main Event is a Boink Studios production. And now, on with the show.
This is Daddy's show. Step off.
Hey, what is up? Welcome back to the program, folks. Thank you for tuning in. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Tom Clark, and this is Tom Clark's Main Event. We're back to you once again, coming to you live here on the one and only Wrestling Rumors Facebook Live. It is high noon or just a scoosh after. So happy Friday to you one and all. How's everybody doing out there today in Facebook land? We hope you and yours are having a great day. Hope you're happy, healthy, and safe as always. I am in my office doing the fire stick thing because, as you guys know, I like to watch a little something as we talk. And if you don't know, now you know. So, yes. I am. We're all caught up here, kids, on all the programs of the week. And, so the newest episode of Ring of Honor is up. By the way, Ring of Honor is back to TV again. It's been a long time coming. If you've not checking out Ring of Honor's Pure Tournament, you are doing yourself a great disservice, I assure you. It's quality pro wrestling programming, kids. So I would very much go out there and be sure you check it out. Mark, what's going on, my friend? Shane, what's up? Rebecca, Brad, I know you were going to say good morning from Minnesota. Go Vikes. Lost game one. It sucked. I'm not going to lie. It sucked, man. Belinda, what's happening? Bit. Tony, we're getting our good mornings out of the way. Hello, Mark in Indiana. Toby, what's up? Shannon, welcome back. Victor, what's up? Barry, let's see. Linda. So, yes, we have all of our regulars. The Peanut Gallery is here today in full effect. We've got a great big old show coming your way. What's up, Alicia D. Byers-Brown? You know what your name sounds like something. Alicia D. Byers-Brown. Sounds like a talk show host or something, or like a senator or something like that. Alicia D. Byers-Brown. I like that. What's up, David in Down Under? Kelly in Bedford, Indiana. Is it Bedford Falls, Indiana? If you get that reference, good on you. Yes, I'm a huge Jimmy Stewart fan. What can I tell you? So, yeah, man, unfortunately, what should be the latest Ring of Honor should be up, this Friday on TV. So if you've got local TV, please check out Ring of Honor. You won't be sorry for sure. What's up, Alma? What's up, Brendan? So, yes, all the usual folks are showing up here today. As I said before, we got a great big old show for you here today. Lots and lots to talk about, as always. Let's get the banner going. This is episode number 194. 200's coming up soon. 6 episodes away, baby, from the old 200. And I think I've said this to you before. In actuality, you're probably going to see a little bit of a skip ahead because this is actually not 194. This episode is like 196 because maybe 197. I've done 2 or 3 episodes along the way during the history of this podcast that are not numbered sequentially with the rest of the episodes. So, stuff that were like special editions that I didn't consider to be, part of the continuity of the program, I guess you could say. So I'm going to have to go back and get an accurate count because I want 200 to be 200. You know what I mean? I don't want it to be 203 or something. So I'm going to go back and get an accurate count and see where we stand with that. Let's talk a little bit about stuff. Will's getting married tomorrow. Will, my God in heaven. Good luck, man. Whatever. I'm kidding. I'm playing. Relax. Before I got married, dude, I had everybody and their brother telling me, yeah, it's like something I just told you. And I was freaked out for a long time. I will tell you this. It is a conversation, not a speech. Marriage is. It should be a discussion. The best marriages are discussions, not speeches. Right? Does that make sense? So I don't know if you've ever been married before, dude, but yeah, it's an adventure to say the least. Enjoy the romance while it lasts, my friend. I'm sorry. I'm like crapping all over your special day. My apologies. By the way, do we get some of the cake, Will? the best part about the wedding day is, of course, the cake. So save the cake topper, put it in your freezer, and eat it a year from tomorrow. That's what we did. That's tradition. Don't balk in the face of tradition. Be sorry you did. Actually, you probably won't, but it's something we did. It was pretty cool, and that cake was phenomenal. Let me just tell you right now. It's the only reason I ever go to a wedding. It's the only reason I ever get married is the cake. You guys know that, right? That's why I got married. She's not watching, is she? Okay, so let's get back to the show. Will says she's a Cowboys fan. My friend, there's no amount of prayer that's going to be able to help you in this current situation. Please, kiss it up to God to make the hate go away. Good luck, pal. That's all I'll tell you about that. Let's spend the next hour talking about Will's wedding, folks. Will, next time you get married, help it. Dude, we can plan that stuff for you, man. So listen, next time you decide to get married, just give me a call. Give me a shout. I could have been your best man. You could hold a phone up tomorrow and I'll be on the screen like this. It's a terrible idea. This is supposed to be a pro wrestling show, right? To any of you out there upset, relax. It's my show. This is Angry Tom. You like Angry Tom? Will, I'm playing with you, man. I'm playing. Will, brother, I don't drink. I've never taken a drink in my entire life. Never tasted a beer. Never done anything like that. Never tried a cigarette ever. So, yeah, dude, I was kidding about the cake, but no, that's just never been my bag, man. I don't like crap on anybody that does it, but it's just never been never been for me. So, Toby says you have a winner. Will, go Cowboys, and Toby's going to hell. So there you go, Toby. Oh, and Shane's going to go to hell right along with him. You guys enjoy hell. I hear it's hot. Everyone relax. I'm teasing. Okay. Don't nobody get all upset at Tom today. Tom's in a good mood. Tom's in a great mood. You want to know why? Because life's too short, baby. Laugh it up. Laugh it up. Thank you, Will. Thank you, Will. Mark says the best reason. All right, we're just going to talk about weddings. Welcome to Tom Clark's main event. This topic today or this week, weddings. All right. Mark says best reason to go to weddings, all the single ladies. Cowboys says, Ray says Cowboys are the best. Ray, well, enjoy hell, my friend. I'm joking. Relax. I like the Rikishi reference. It's nice. Okay. Yeah, man, a lot of you are going to be, yeah. Wow. Jeez. All right. So we're getting off football and marriage and cake. I mean, we can keep talking about cake if you want to. I mean, I'm down. You guys down? I'm totally down for that. So, all right, man. I'm getting out of here. So, wait. Big Nate Dog. I'm on a highway to L. Dum-dum. Ah, nice. Nice, yes. Only thing better is Adam Cole. Well, Ray, listen, you saved yourself with the Adam Cole comment, my friend. All right, look, lots to talk about. Forget football and marriage and stuff for right now. And Will, all the best to you, man. Hope you have a great freaking day tomorrow. Shout out to Will. Everybody wish him well. So there you go. Let's get on with this. How many nerds out there? 1, 2, 3. There's a whole bunch of you. That's good. You want to know why? Bam. Let's try it again. I hate when stuff doesn't work. Ready? Bam. There we are. The boss comes to The Mandalorian. Sasha Banks is in the Star Wars. Okay, so for all you know, Sasha Banks is an Oscar-worthy actress. For all you know, it's going to be the performance of her lifetime. For all you know, she'd be the best thing to happen to Star Wars universe since Harrison freaking Ford. You don't know. Look at you thinking you know. You know what you know? That much, okay? Listen, I'm playing. I don't know what to make of this. She did an amazing job keeping it quiet. Hard thing to do in the pro wrestling business, yes. But yeah, man, she's we don't know what she's going to be at this point. Sabin Wren is a lot of conjuncture that's going on out there right now. If you guys know the extended Star Wars universe, then you know the character I'm talking about. We'll see. We'll see. There again, I don't know how I feel about this. I will. Oh, Chad. Chad says she's never seen a single episode of The Mandalorian. I'm very disappointed in you, Chad. Tell your other half in that Facebook profile photo that she should be very disappointed. Dude, if you care anything about the Star Wars universe, and even if you don't like the Disney trilogy, I feel you. But talking about old school original trilogy, man, you have got to watch Mandalorian. It is freaking fantastic. I'm not even playing. And trust me when I tell you, the biggest critic you will find of any of this stuff is your boy, okay? Because I'm the guy who puts everything under a harsh microscope, and Nathan will tell you that. Nathan's a lot like I am, okay? And if it smells funny, I'll tell you, The Mandalorian is freaking great. I'm sorry. It's freaking great, man. Just saying. So, yeah, trust me when I tell you that. Oh, Toby says, I'm sure she can act. She's fooled people into thinking she can wrestle. Oh, bazinga. Wow. I don't even know what to say about that. I'm going to put that back up there. Toby, we bask in your glory, my friend. Keith Lee got nothing on you. So we're just going to keep talking about this all day. This is good stuff. Look, I like Sasha. Is she the best I've ever seen? No. Sasha was at her best against Charlotte. People praise the stuff with Bayley, and it's entertaining. But I still think that Sasha's best work was against Charlotte. That's my opinion. So, yeah, we'll see. Mark says Sasha versus Bayley at Clash of Champions for SmackDown title. No doubt. And I was at Clash of Champions last year in Charlotte with my boy. The Facebook memories are popping up. It makes me even more depressed that we can't go to live shows anymore. Makes me miss my own company even more, HVW. I miss running shows. I miss being involved in shows. I miss going to shows. It's just not the same, man. So let's all hope that we get or they get this insane pandemic thing underhand at some point or under control. Cameron in his semi truck in Winnipeg. Cameron's a Winnipegger. Hear that? Cameron, be safe. You know what, Cameron? You're my favorite listener right now / viewer. Do you want to know why? Because as all you guys know, I'm a sucker for distance. I really can't help myself. I'm a complete sucker for distance. When people hit me with, hey, Tom, I'm in another country. Hey, Tom, I'm driving my car. Hey, Tom, I'm at the dentist. Someone hit me a couple weeks ago if I'm at the dentist. I'm like, best day ever. I'm a sucker for distance, man. I don't even know why that is, but like Cameron, be safe up there in Canadian Cameron. I'm going to come up with the name for you yet, brother. By the way, Cameron, thank you for watching and listening. You freaking are awesome, man. God bless. I love distance. Isn't that weird? Especially now with the whole COVID thing, man. I feel like we're getting more and more, like the world's getting smaller and smaller, right? I feel like we're just, more connected here on the show. God bless it. That's good stuff. Let's see. What else we got? NASCAR and football are letting fans back in. Why not wrestling? Wrestling is letting fans back in, Toby. You're not watching Dynamite? They're letting fans back in. Here's the issue. It has to be under control. If WWE has proven nothing to you, they've proven that they don't have this stuff under control. They do not. Look at the fans that AEW is letting in to Daly's Place. They're up in the rafters, but up in the cheap seats, right? Occasionally you'll see one of them without a mask on. Most of the time, they've got their masks on, man. So, dude, that's a big deal. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, but will WWE be able to do that? I'm just asking. Listen, I've been to plenty of AEW shows. I've been to other independent shows. And I've told you guys this before, and I'll carry this to my grave, brother. There's a difference between a WWE crowd and a pro wrestling crowd. It's not the same group of people. You might see familiar faces, but as a collective, it's not the same group of people. Last time I went to see NXT, I had a guy sitting next to me that was like 4 beers in by the time this started happening. He's shouting wise comments at the ring. You know why? Because he wanted to be a comedian. He's making everybody around him laugh. Hey, what about? And they're all going, yeah. It's like Beavis and Butthead. It's freaking terrible. And here's my ear. Here's the guy. Okay. Distance. You see that? So I turned to him. I said, dude, you're killing me. Just like that. He goes, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. He's apologizing and stuff. I don't go to a pro wrestling show to be a comedian. I go to watch the wrestling novel concept. I go for the wrestling. You get that? Call me crazy. But 9 times out of 10, the WWE crowd just wants to get on camera. I got to be funny. I got to be clever. Listen to this zippy one-liner, kids. And I'm like, you've got to be kidding me right now. You know how much money you paid for that ticket? I'm going to have fun, Tom. Whatever, man. Whatever. I came to watch the show. You kidding me? Come on. Rant over. Nate Dogg says 75% of WWE crowds trying to get placid or get over. Truer words were never spoken. Okay, well, all right, so let's move on from this. Nobody want to talk about Sasha. All y'all just wanted to bag on her. Jeez. Hey, it's all good, man. All right, let's move on. Roman Reigns versus Jey Uso. Jey Uso, in my humble opinion, dead man walking. Roman's going to go all Metallica on this guy at Clash of Champions. You heard it here first. Jey going to get wrecked. Jey going to get destroyed. Roman going to go Hulk smash on him. How much time you got? I got all day. I got 1 million of them. They're going to carry Ray out. They're going to carry Jey out. Believe that. Believe that. Jey going to get carried out, baby. Jey might even get some color. WWE. Tom, perish the thought. He may not get color. Roman going to mess him up. What else you may say? Believe it. All day. When it happens, check back with me and say, Tom, he's the prognosticator of professional wrestling. The excellence of elocution. I used to make up names for myself, and I've never used them in public because they're kind of embarrassing. Because I hate to be that guy, right? But I'll take it. Going to carry him out. You kidding me? Jey going to be eating out of a tube for a week. Hey, man, listen. I'm just calling it like I see it. Roman's heel. He's going to be full-blown heel after Clash. Believe that. I'm just saying. This fun show or what? Are you having fun? God, I'm in a good mood. Shut up. Shane says Jey is going to do the Kevin Nash WCW flop against Hogan. I hope not. Shane, I hate you now. Shane, you were one of my favorites, and now you've ruined my day. God, please don't let that happen. To your point, though, dude, I can totally see it. I can see it. Alicia says, Alicia D. Byers-Brown, by the way, great name. Alicia, you've been here a lot, but I chose today to get hung up on your name. You're welcome. They're going to straight up feed Jey to the big dog. Let the big dog eat, right? Believe it. Will says, do you think Jimmy will show up? Maybe. It's entirely possible. Marcus says, Tom, Jey Uso could turn heel and join Roman Reigns. And now I hate you too, Marcus. You and Shane both. Get out. I'm kidding. I just don't want to see it. I don't want to say I want Jey fed to the wolves, but it seems to me this is an obvious wolf feeding time. So, Jim says, heard a rumor WWE's doing the finger poke of doom spot. Jim, God, now I hate you as well. I hate all of you. Crazy. I just don't want to see it. But it's WWE. I make that face a lot when talking about Vince McMahon's company. Watch. Right? I make a lot more faces too when it comes to them, like, or, you know what this face is? I knew it. That's the I know better than to be disappointed face. Jeffrey Oklahoma, I don't know the rest of the song. What's up, man? Toby says there's already Samoan Dynasty. Well done. Well done. And Earl says add Tamina. Okay. How about this, Earl? How about this, Earl? Earl? How about this? Get Tamina the women's championship. Get Jay which belt's on Raw or SmackDown? Is it United States title on SmackDown? Wow. It's terrible, right? Get him the other belt. And it would make sense for Paul to be the manager for Dynasty. God, I hate all of you. Now I'm like totally okay with it. Well, anyway. Mark says, whoa, I about deleted your comment, Mark. Roman versus Jay for some cousin versus cousin violence. Yeah. Time to play the feud. Huffman, you're in Tennessee. My wife and my kid are in Tennessee this weekend, brother. Yes, sir. Taking a little break from me because I'm impossible to live with. They'll tell you. Kidding. Not really. All right. So Nathan says Tamina's women's champ would seal 2020's fate. And Nia Jax's women's champ would make us all spontaneously combust. I had nothing. Yeah, I mean, here's Tamina's best feature. Ready? She's always mad and stuff. Yeah, I can't really argue with you much on that at all. Anyone have an opinion on Punk being the leader of Retribution? Earl, I do. There's my opinion, Earl. Sound effect wasn't great. I just don't see it. Earl, I'm kidding. I just don't see it, man. I've been asked this a lot. All right, so here's WWE post-COVID or during COVID. Ratings in the toilet. They've sent established talent back to the developmental brand. They can't beat AEW consistently. Just can't. They'll load the card. Can't touch Dynamite. We'll get to that later. Dynamite's a fun show. I'm sorry. I enjoy it. I enjoy that company. But WWE starts storylines they never finish. WWE puts people on TV, got no business being on TV. WWE releases people during the middle of a pandemic when they didn't need to release anybody. Want to know why? Rolling in cash. They're sick with money right now. Tons of it, baby. They're lighting their cigars with it. They're probably smoking it. Hey, I call it like I see it, man. You're Punk. You're married. You got projects. You're happy. You're living life. Guess what's better? You're healthy. There's the mic. It's here. You're healthy. Get it? Why would you want to go back to that nonsense? I wouldn't. I'm not saying it wouldn't happen, bro. I'm just saying I just don't. Ugh. Jeffrey says Punk would ruin it. Do you think that Retribution's in good shape, Jeff? I'm being honest. Are you into it? Brother, if you are, go with God. I hate it. If anything, Punk could save it. But I don't think they need him to be there. And I don't think, more importantly, I shouldn't say that. More importantly, I don't think he would want to be there at all. This thing's already hit the toilet. It's been swirling around the bowl for a long time. I've never cared about this. Will says, I think Kevin Owens will return to Retribution. There is something about a smiling, happy Kevin Owens that's a little disarming, isn't it? It's a little off-putting, yes? I could totally see him turning heel again. David sticking to his theory that Wade Barrett is the leader. Could be. Alicia D. Byers-Brown. Retribution is just recycled Nexus without the Wade Barrett mouthpiece. Yeah, because that's Dominic Dijakovic doing all the talking, right? And Mia Yim's next to him. Pretty sure. Like we don't know who these people are. Come on. Jim says WWE has no idea what to do with Retribution. They just had an idea for like 2 episodes and that's it. I'm with you, Jim. Biz says, I still don't like Raw Underground. Ben, I'm with you as well. And that leads us to our next topic, Retribution. Please make it stop. Please, God, make it stop. Isn't it funny how it was just there? It was just kind of there, kids. I didn't just type that just now. That's been in my show prep for like 2 hours. Retribution, please make it stop. Did you know retribution in Latin is I don't know what the God bless it. My joke just went out the window. The Latin translation of retribution actually means oh God, make it stop. All right, I'm gonna quit now. I got that. This could have been epic, but I tanked it. I tanked the joke. Mark says retribution. I think they're trying to. Where would you go? Trying to bring Shield popularity back. Not working. Yeah. When will they unmask them? I don't know if they'll be unmasked. I think they will unmask themselves, and they'll go, look, it's us. It's me. Look, and we'll be like, I don't care, because I don't care. Who is the doorman at the underground? That dude is you, Toby. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Sandy from Germany, what's up, bro? Thank God you're here, Sandy. Sandy, you're late. Don't make a habit of this. I hope you have an excuse. I'm playing. India, what's up? India, Cyrus going. Ah, India, good luck with that. My 12-year-old's doing 2 days in school and 3 days at home with the homeschooling thing. What do they call it? Remote learning. God, I can't talk today. Yeah, it's been a challenge, brother. I'm not gonna lie to you. And sister, my bad. I meant to call you my bad. Man, I was on my game. Now not so much. Let's see. Larry says, my first thought was retribution is just evolve with mass on. I think we all kind of thought that, Larry. And by the way, great freaking call, Larry. I think you're the one that came up with that to begin with, weren't you? Rebecca says retribution, WWE company's writers not knowing what to do with the ratings and hoping to save their jobs from Vince. Yeah, you know what? I'll buy that for $1. You know what's fun is that we've run the plethora of topics here today on the show with only 29 minutes in almost. And now we're going to spend the rest of the hour bagging on retribution. Hey, all right, it's fun. Good stuff. Chris says, who's going to win the SmackDown title at Night of Champions? Brother, if I knew, I would tell you. But here's what I will tell you. Next week, we'll do our preview of Clash of Champions. So here we go. Jim says, yes, please, it's going nowhere. Fans are booking retribution better than what WWE probably has in mind. Oh, Jim! Jim wins the no prize for this week, folks. Jim, keep your eye on your mailbox. It's on the way, dude. Excellent freaking call. Excellent call. Yikes. Love it. You kidding me? Love it. So, okay. We mentioned ratings a little bit. Let's talk about ratings. This past week's SmackDown, 2.329 million, way up from the previous week, 2.066 million. SmackDown doing pretty good, yes? Raw, however, down to 1.689 million, down from 1.725 million. Not down as much as a lot of us thought it was going to be because it was the first time that Monday Night Raws had to go head-to-head with NFL in the calendar year 2020. Right? Yeah. Right? Maybe not. Anyway. Yeah, so what did you guys think of those past two shows? What do you think about the ratings? What's your idea? Toby says timing retribution is horrible with the riots going on. Toby, I kind of think that was the point. I kind of think that was the point of all this, was to capitalize on the press that the ratings that the riots are getting. Miss Lopez, thank you for showing up. Thank you for hanging out. You and Sandy from Germany were both late. Hang your heads in shame. I'm just kidding, Miss Lopez. Earl says Daniel Bryan is writing for SmackDown, I heard. Could very well be. Daniel is one of the smartest guys this business has ever seen. Not only a great freaking worker, very, very smart guy. A lot of heart, a lot of passion. If Daniel could transition to any role inside the company, I'll put it to you this way. I don't see him becoming a creative writer, because WWE hires TV people for that, and they think pro wrestling people can't write television. They think that pro wrestling people can produce matches. Big difference. They deal with the storyline that's handed to them, and they get the talents involved on board and get everybody to sign off on it, go out there and have a great match. That's what they're doing. I mean, I could be wrong, but that's, to me, how it's historically always been in that company. But I love Daniel. I'd love to see Daniel in AEW at some point. Bryan Danielson. I'd love that. You kidding me? He'd make a great addition to that company. I'd love to see him in New Japan. Just saying. WWE has to step it up and shock us. Otis cashing in would shock me. Shock a lot of people, I'm sure. India says, I'm not feeling Roman as a heel, but with Heyman at his side, it may be a good call. You know what? India, I've actually been down with that since day one. I'm all about it. I think it's going pretty well. I think the fact that Roman doesn't show up to the end of the matches makes him look like a coward. I think it's going, but when it keeps happening, people are going to be like, all right, I've had enough of this. What's going on? That's the point. That's the point. Is that Roman's not going to show up to the end, and he's going to keep doing it to the point where you're frustrated and you hate him. I think that's kind of the issue here. It's the same thing they did with Brock, where everybody's mad at Brock for like, oh man, Brock doesn't want to be here. He hates wrestling. He hates WWE. He hates the fans. No, he doesn't. You kidding me? Shut up. He does not hate the fans. Are the fans his favorite people? No. But, dude, how many of the people in your line of work can you honestly say, I love all these people? Come on. You know what I mean? Not that you hate them, but, dude, you got families and friends outside of work, right? Come on. You're paid to be there, dude. Honest to God, you're paid to be there. I got a job to do, man, you know? So, but WWE convinced people of that he was a mercenary, that he's only there for the payoff, and he doesn't care about anything. That's why he's not on TV. He doesn't want to be on TV. He hates it here. No, he doesn't. He wasn't on TV because he was told not to be on TV. That's the deal he signed. That's what they came up with that. And they made you hate him. Everybody hated Brock. Well, know why? He's never here. Whose choice is that? It's Vince, baby. They're doing the same thing with Roman now with the getting to matches late thing. Fired from creative, Mark, but I don't know about fired flat out from the company. So now they're just using him as an on-air talent. Jim says, to be fair, SmackDown's a better show. They have the star power. The Roman heel turn fan has everyone's attention right now. Raw sucks, period. I think it's been that way for a long time. Alicia says, if he isn't, he needs to be. Vince has destroyed Ricochet. Yeah, I've been seeing some comments on Ricochet. My bad for not addressing them. Frost says, can you see WWE building Roman versus Brock? I don't really care about it, if I'm being honest with you. I don't really care about it. Do you want to know why I don't really care about it? Because I've seen it a bunch. I've seen it a bunch. And I just don't care to see it again. I don't think they need to go that route. I'm not saying they won't do it, but me personally, from where I'm coming from, I don't care to see it. Earl says, I hear Otis is going to go to Raw and reunite with Mandy and cash in on Drew and win the title. It wouldn't surprise me, man. Nothing would surprise me. Chris says, Retribution reminds me of the Aces and Eights on the Impact. But Aces and Eights were, at least had Bully Ray. A lot more entertaining, Chris. Do you ever think we will see this sometimes showing up Brock Lesnar? But see, dude, there to my point I just made. He only showed up like that because that's what he was contracted to do. That was their call. But to answer your question, I never say never in this business. He's done for right now, but I don't think he'll never come back. I think it's only a matter of time before he shows up. There's my input. I don't know if that does much for you, but sure, I think he'll be back. Again, I never say never. Jeffrey says Brock is a genius. Well, is Brock the genius or is WWE the genius? Is Vince the genius for the way they booked him? Maybe a little bit of both. The Star-Lord, bit of both. All right. Victor says Roman versus The Rock. There's a lot of rumors going on around about that, right? Keep Brock out and keep Roman champ. But you know what, Brian? If they decided this week, we're going to pull Roman off TV for 4 weeks straight. I know what you're thinking. Tom, they would never do that. Really? They want you to hate him. Hey, look, I'm not saying they're going to do it, but I'm just saying it's possible. Earl says, is Alexa going to be Sister Abigail eventually? I would not be surprised at all. Biz says, I keep hearing that. Well, Brock and Bobby have always wanted a feud. I know Lashley has always wanted to feud with Brock. So we'll see what happens. Wade Barrett now NXT full-time. Sandy, it appears to be that way. I don't know that for sure, but that appears to be that way. All right, let's talk about the Wednesday night shows here, kids. A lot of people saying that this past Wednesday night Dynamite was the best Dynamite of the year. I'd be hard-pressed to argue with that statement. I've been going back in my head trying to think of one that was better. This is a pretty entertaining show. How many of you guys and gals watched this past AEW Dynamite? The main event between Best Friends and Proud and Powerful was great. Very, very fun match. Parking lot fight. I wrote a column about it. Mick Foley actually praised the match, praised both teams involved, praised everyone involved. And yeah, it's good to see Mick back on on social media making his feelings known. I've always loved that guy. So I agree with Timothy. Timothy says it was an awesome show. Earl says apparently the Big O, Orange Cassidy's starting to grow on him. That's what's happening to a lot of guys, man. A lot of fans out there. He's just like an infection. He just kind of festers and he's there forever. I'm kidding. I kid. I tease. Relax. Bit says, I did. It was a great show. Timothy says, what a main event. I agree with you on that one for sure. Chris asked my AJ. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I'm not going to say never. I'd be surprised, but I wouldn't be shocked. Toby says, best? I don't know, but it was excellent. Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah. Raw storyline revolves around the Hurt Business too much is bad mid-card garbage. Well, Larry, that's what they're doing. And, I mean, I'll be honest with you. If I never saw Dominic versus Seth again, it'd be too soon. Yikes. Make it stop. No disrespect to either guy either. It's not, ugh. This says, I've always liked Orange Cassidy. Chris says, Orange Cassidy's awesome. Orange Cassidy is awesome. Belinda says it was awesome. Melissa says, why Sasha Banks? Oh, where are you? Come back 0 cents. You should come back. She should come back until, well, I don't know. Maybe to help hype the Mandalorian, perhaps. Joe says, what's next for Kevin Owens? Brother, I'm not sure, but I think the retribution thing something could happen there. It's just a guess. Jeffrey, I'm a fan of Cody as well, for sure. Someone just mentioned, Orange is facing Brody Lee for the TNT Championship next week. That's going to be interesting. We'll see how Orange handles himself against a master big man like Brody Lee. Shannon loves Orange Cassidy. Will says, I think hardcore matches need to come back. I respectfully disagree, Will. I don't think they need them. I've never been a fan of hardcore. Just me talking. Shane says, what about Thunder Rosa versus Evil East throwing real punches at each other? Well, they worked a little stiff, I guess. Threw a couple potatoes, right? Maybe. I mean, I'd like to tell you that I love everything that Thunder Rosa's done since she's been there. It's been a little awkward at first, but she cleans it up. Listen, Thunder Rosa is not a veteran. Do you guys know that? She's not been working all that long. You know what I mean? So she appears from a distance, you're like, well, the way she carries herself, the confidence, the charisma, she must be like a 15-year vet. She's not. You know what I mean? Something to think about. I like her a lot. I kind of wish that she could just sign a. I mean, NWA is coming back with pay-per-views, right? I don't know how many of us are going to be checking those out. I may drop a little bit of money on there, see what happens. So. Chris Upman says, you think Orange Cassidy win TNT title? Maybe. We'll see. I wouldn't be surprised. Mox is the best, Brad says. Mox is the most credible champion in the pro wrestling business today. I said it. I don't even care. Do you want to know why? Mox says something, then he goes and does it. That's what he does. Mox cuts great promos. Mox is a must-see TV. He's must-see Mox. But more importantly, he says he's going to do something, and then he goes and does it. That's Jon Moxley. He talks a big fight every time there's a title defense, and every time he's in that title defense, it's a big fight, and he wins. He does exactly what he says he's going to do. This, boys and girls, is how you build a pro wrestler from the ground up. More importantly, a pro wrestling champion from the ground up. To give that man or woman instant credibility, you have them say what they're going to do, and then you have them do it. This is not rocket science, baby. It never has been. WWE just doesn't know how to do it. They know how, they just won't. Sorry, they just won't. So, Mox, for my money, pound for pound, is the best champion in the industry today. That's how I feel. Rob says, to me, the Aaliyah Murphy storyline seems a bit creepy. Maybe it's the age difference. I like her helping her family. If she just was in Dominic's corner and helped out when needed, she'd be okay. Not feeling the romance angle. I'm not feeling that angle either. It is a little creepy, Robbie, to your point. It's not a little creepy. It's a lot of creepy. I'm just saying. I'm not crazy about it. But I'm going to be honest with you. Every single Raw is the Mysterio family hour. And no disrespect, it's what they're doing. They're dialed in, and it's become the running theme of Monday nights. You don't have to watch. Neither do I if you don't like it, right? There's a remote. Use it, right? I'm just telling you how I feel, man. I'm not crazy about it. I totally agree with you. Jeffrey says, I wish I could like Moxley, but I'm just not a fan. Brother, I'm not going to hate on you for that, man. I mean, there's been plenty of talents in the past that everyone's told me, oh, Tom, yikes, wow. And I'm like, not feeling it. I mean, I understand where you're coming from. I'm not going to hate on you for that, man. We've all got our own opinions. It's all good. Cody's filming a new show about indie wrestling with Stephen Amell from Arrow. It's supposed to be great. Well, that'll be cool. I love Stephen Amell, man. And he's good for the wrestling business. He really is. He needs to be back in some capacity. David says, Hurt Business is a TNA version of the Beatdown Clan with the same people. Oh. David, well done. Well done, David. Well done, David. I like that. Timothy, we've been talking a whole lot about the big dog, man. Where you been, bro? I'm for it. I'm for Roman being heel. There you go. Shane says, I want to see FTR versus Hangman Page and Cowboy James Storm. Shane, you've been on James Storm's side since the beginning. I am too. I'm a James Storm guy for sure. Thank you, Cameron. Yeah, you're right. See, 6 years. She's not a veteran. I wouldn't call 6 years a veteran at all. You know what I mean? But from a distance, wouldn't you think 10 plus years by looking at her? So like the way she carries herself? Is Ricky Starks an NWA talent, or is he now signed with AW? He's on loan. They're using him. I don't want to tell you wrong. I know Thunder Rosa is on loan. I think Ricky Starks might be all elite. Maybe. I'd have to go look that up. What do you think about 24/7 title? Chris, 2 words. Hot garbage. I didn't mean to flip you off. Sorry. My bad, dude. Hot garbage. Hate it. Never liked it. Never been a fan. It was funny for 10 minutes, and then it was no longer funny. To me. Listen, we're talking about the Wednesday night shows. What'd you think about NXT? Top-notch NXT. No doubt about it. Timothy Thatcher versus Punishment Martinez. Damian Priest. Sorry. Really, really good main event. Really good main event. You guys might be shocked by this, but I have an opinion. Look out. Io Shirai versus Shotzi Blackheart. I didn't love this match. Sorry. Here's why. It's a little too choreographed for my liking. They ran through this match 100 times before they got in the ring that night. You don't have to tell me I'm right. I know I'm right. But see, I can't hate either lady for this, because this is pro wrestling in 2020, baby. The modern era. This is what pro wrestling has become. Matches used to be called in the ring. They're not called in the ring anymore, for the most part, especially in that company. Wow. They're all planned ahead of time, right down to, okay, you're laying there, and I'll be on the top rope, and I'm going to jump here, and you move here, and let's go through it. What? I'm not even making that stuff up. That's how incredibly anal they are about choreographing the freaking matches. It's insane, dude. It takes the magic away from me. And you know that move where like the guy's in front of you, but instead of grabbing him, you just go, ole, and just let him run past you. And like you pat him on the back as he runs past you to come off the ropes and then hit you with a move. What? What? I'm sorry, what? Are you kidding right now? That you call that wrestling? When the guy runs by you, why wouldn't you grab him by the hair of the head and pull him down to the mat? If this were a real fight, would you let the guy you're fighting run past you and run back to hit you harder? Dude, that is my biggest complaint with modern pro wrestling. And I'm sorry, if you're a talent watching or listening to this, cut it out. Well, Tom, that's how they do it in 20. I don't care. It doesn't make a difference to me. There's no point in that. It's not realistic at all. And I get it. Pro wrestling's rigged. You guys knew that, right? Pro wrestling's rigged, man. Not as bad as boxing, but it's rigged. So I get it. Okay? But dude, you took every time that spot happens, it takes me completely out of the moment. It's bad enough when I see someone cinch somebody up for a suplex and the timing is off and you can see the guys jumping, but they didn't pull at the same time. Then they have to do it again. That happened on Dynamite with Jake Hager. Ugh. Takes me completely out of the moment, dude. Completely out of the moment. Alicia says Finn has an interview and said the Demon won't be back for a while. He was contrary on the Prince. You know what? Good for him. Good for him. Jim says NXT doesn't feel like NXT anymore. I try to watch, but AEW has my attention Wednesday night. Jim, I can't hate you for that, but I will tell you that NXT was a good show. But I also followed up with this. NXT's not been the same since they went on USA Network. And you know, we all know that, right? We talked about it last year, guys. Come on. You know, we talked about it. You guys know. Come on, man. We talked about this a year ago. We knew it was going to happen. We knew it was going to happen. We knew it was going to change. We all said this, didn't we? We just didn't know to what degree it was going to change. You see my dog? Look. Where's my hand? Right here. See? Right there. It's a guest star. I'd tell you his name, but if I do, he'll go, huh? What? And he'll wake up and his ears will perk up and he'll come over to me. He's like, you got some food? That's how he kind of is. I can't even say the word DOG. In fact, he knows DOG. I'm surprised he didn't wake him up. Everyone say hi to my pet. Anyways, yeah, man, we all knew it was going to change. We just didn't know to what degree. Well, you have your answer now. It's hard to watch. Not every time, but a lot. It's WWE. At the end of the day, it's WWE, man. Alicia says it was a better show when it was on WWE Network. I agree with you. Breezango is on a roll. What's up, Cherie? Have I told you hello today? Breezango's on a roll. That was a great match. I agree with you totally. Really, really fun match. Shannon says NXT hasn't been the same since going to USA Network. I'm more worried about ratings than just giving us a great show. Shannon, absolutely. There's 3 ladies in a row. Man, I've got some female viewers watching this show. You know how happy that makes me? You know how happy it makes me to have female wrestling fans in general? I'm not even making that stuff up. And that's the truth. I love female wrestling fans, man. You want to know why? Female pro wrestling fans are easier to talk to. Because men have to be right. We have to be right. My opinion's the best, and mine's the one that matters. Every man's like that. You're women. You know this, right? Every man's like that. I try not to be like that. Sometimes I am. I'm not going to lie. But I have a much easier time having a discussion about the business with female fans because they're more open to ideas and opinions, and they're not so set in their ways they won't hear your side of it. Guys, step your game up. Okay? Step your game up. Ladies are whooping you. It's the same we got down south. You're getting whooped. Christopher asking about Kelly Klein. Bro, I don't know. I don't know, man. I'd love to see her back. I think she's just enjoying time at home. I don't know, man. What's going on? India, there's another female fan. Yeah, I got the ladies, man. You women are great. Ladies are great. Sorry. Thanks for watching all the time, by the way. And thanks for being fans. It matters. It means a lot. It really does. It means a lot to the business, you know? it can't just be a man's thing. You know what I mean? I mean, in order to get accepted into more homes, accepted into more with more people, accepted to a wider audience, you have to have kids. Obviously, you have to have women. You have to have different belief systems and different persuasions and different backgrounds and different, levels of personality. Does that make sense? It can't just be middle-aged white guys. It can't, because that's fine for today, but 20 years from now, a lot of it's going to be dead. Spoiler alert. You know what I mean? And, pro wrestling was passed down from my dad. We're not going to talk about that. It's hard to talk about. But, it was passed down from my dad, man. You know what I mean? And I love pro wrestling. And if I had a daughter, she'd be growing up watching pro wrestling like my son is. And he knows it's what I'm into. She would know it's what I'm into. You know what I mean? And he says, fan for 40 years. Same here. Same here. It's, I may have you buy a couple. Larry says, female fans, I knew they were out there. Absolutely, Larry. You better believe it. Shane says, what about the Mickie James blunder on Raw? WWE could play this like the Montreal Screwjob. They could. Let me ask you, Shane, let me put you on the spot, bro. Let me ask you a better question. What was Mickie James thinking? I'm talking about coming back to that company. This is the same girl that they spent a lot of time calling her fat. Mickie James, have we forgotten? Tom, pro wrestling storyline. What's your problem? As you said, it's rigged, Tom. Okay. How many of you out there have any kind of weight on you? Just a little bit. Female fans, ladies, Tom's talking. I got a question, okay? If you were called Piggy all the time, let's say you were in Mickey's shoes. If you can, put yourself in those, if you can, and you went along with it, and it's all good, but then they do it all the time. And every single promo, they're calling you fat. Every single promo, it's pig jokes, and it's oink oink and suey and all that stuff. At some point, I'm not even talking about getting your feelings hurt. I mean, you'd be professional. You'd be a pro wrestling talent, paid to do a job, whatever that job is, right? I don't think it'd be a matter of I got my feelings hurt as much as it would be, this is what we're doing. This is the best use of my talent in your company is you call me pig every 2 seconds? Like, I thought we were going to do this for 10 minutes and move to the next angle. Why am I still getting called fat? Why are we still doing this? You see what I'm saying? Weight is one of the things you don't discuss in a pro wrestling storyline. You don't call Otis fat. You don't call Dusty fat. You just don't. You don't call someone skinny. You just don't. Want to know why? Because if the guy you're going to wrestle tomorrow night, listen, he's fat. He's a loser and he's fat. What happens when he beats you? What's that say? You must suck, huh? And if he's such a loser, if he's such a fat loser, if Mickey's such a fat loser, whatever, she's a pig. Okay, but if she wins the match, what does that say about your skills? Right? You have to elevate your opponent so that people will want to see the match. Do you see what I'm saying? Does that make sense? If you spend your all the length of all your promos talking about, oh, my opponent's fat and she's this and she's stinky. I don't know about stinky. I'm just throwing it out there. If you do all your time doing that, spend all your time doing that, why would I want to watch that match? Why would I care? Do you know what I mean? Because the onus is on that person to rise to the occasion. I don't know. It's like rappers taking cheap shots at each other, like about family, instead of taking shots about each other's game on the mic, right? Like, I'm the best MC. Nuh-uh, I am, right? You can't rhyme like I can. That's different. That's a different that's how pro wrestling should be. You're talking about, listen, you may be one of the best wrestlers in the world, Mickie James, but you're not better than me. You never have been, you never will be. Period. That's not what they do. It's not Vince. It's not what he does. He likes toilet humor. I got distracted, sorry, but that was my question is, why in the world did she ever go back to WWE? Why would you want to? They don't know what they're doing with her. They've never known. they did in the beginning when she was crazy, Mickie James. Great stuff. Shut up. Her work with Trish Stratus, primo, baby. Primo. India says she isn't fat. That's what I don't like. Them body shaming instead of lifting up people to love themselves. Too many younger kids watching thinking they can't. India raises an interesting point. Does it make sense? The whole fact, the body shaming thing in 2020. Now listen, India, I'll tell you the same thing I just said earlier when I started this rant. It's just pro wrestling. It's a storyline. It's meant to get heat. But there's a way to get heat without doing certain. Again, if your opponent is belittled to no end, then why would anyone care about, number one, you working them, number two, you beating them? You're supposed to beat them, right? Why would you care? Why would I care about seeing anyone work that person? You know what I mean? Like, it just doesn't make any sense. It's like, well, I won the match. Congratulations. You were supposed to win. They're fat, remember? They have no talent, remember? They're not on your level, remember? Do you know what I mean? Why would that make you any more of a credible heel or pro wrestler or whatever? Why would that mean anything to me? It makes no sense to me at all. Am I overanalyzing this? Mark says, look at King Kong Bundy. And Mark, to your point, what was King Kong Bundy called? A monster, a behemoth. He's a monolithic structure of a man. He's a beast. He's an animal. He's a big. He's a house. He's a skyscraper. He's a tank. Not fat. Here comes King Kong Bundy. Oh, boys, he's fat. Hope he doesn't sit on me. Did he bring cheeseburgers to the ring? You made my point for me, Mark. That's exactly my point. Cameron says, what about Nyla? She's the only female that they used to announce her weight. Good point. Good point. David says Piggy James was the cause of the Cena breakup and what she did to Kenny. I don't care what the cause of it was. Are you talking about what the root of it was? I don't care. It never should have happened. Never should have happened. Alicia says they've definitely done her wrong. I mean, she comes back after months and she has no job, has a job for Natty. A count out, come on. She's better than that. And Alicia, to that point, Mickie has to say yes. Mickie doesn't have to do anything she doesn't want to do. Do you know what I mean? This is not, as much as we know that Vince is a dictator, she could have said no to any of this. She could have said no to anything. She's accomplice after the fact, right? Miss Lopez says my daughters are big wrestling fans. Yeah, so it does matter. It does matter. And again, it's silly, phony pro wrestling. I get it. I didn't mean to soapbox about that forever. One more thing before we open the floor. Let's talk about these ratings. There's not much of a segue. This week, AEW, 886,000. From last week's 1.016 million. Remember, that was unopposed. No NXT that night. Check out the NXT number, kids. This week, 689,000, down from 838 last week. These numbers tell me two things. One, if these shows were on different nights, they'd both pull much better ratings. Two, AEW would probably be averaging 1 million fans or more. I think NXT would be in the mid 800s to 900,000s. That's just me. Now, I could be totally wrong on both counts. I don't know. But I think that we have seen what is possible when these shows are separated. Vince will not allow this to happen, more than likely. You know why? Because Vince, as I've said before, Vince doesn't care about growing the pro wrestling industry. Vince cares about his company and squashing anyone that steps up to him. That's what he cares about. He doesn't care about doing what's best for business. That best for business tagline is a tagline. That's all it is. David, I get you, bro. I get you. I know what you're saying. King Will says, why come back Monday? Yeah, but I mean, maybe. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Sure. Timothy says, move NXT to Tuesday or Thursday night. I agree. Jason says, when do you think Otis will win the title? I don't think he's going to win it, Jason. That's my opinion. I could be wrong. Yes, Toby, the new blonde on SmackDown is indeed Carmella. But now that everyone knows, they're going to change it because they try to stay one step ahead of us. Well, there's your ratings, kids. Let's open this floor up for the last few minutes of the show. We've been an hour, but I was a couple minutes late today. Before we go anywhere today, kids, I'll remind you, immediately following this broadcast on the Wrestling Rumors, flip over to my Facebook page or Tom Clark 6M podcast Facebook page. There it is, to get the reveal of episode 6. Next week's Tom Clark 6M podcast. New episodes drop every Tuesday. And we're 5 episodes in and going strong. Downloads are looking good. I appreciate everyone watching let's try again. I appreciate everyone listening to the show. It is an audio podcast only. It's not video like we do here on the Main Event and audio later. It's just audio. And it's available for subscription on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, and the YouTube. So please check me out as soon as this is over today, and I'll give you episode 6 reveal. Lisa says Lacey Evans needs gimmick. Don't like her gimmick. Okay. I think Alyssa's point here is gimmick. I've never liked the gimmick either. Cameron says, what is funny is Vince ever made more money than his time competing against? Well, they just had their most financially lucrative year in the history of the company, right? Their most successful period ever because of the Fox money that they're getting. I'm just saying, man. Let's see. I wish the blonde was Taryn Terrell. Yeah, I hear you, Shane. NXT going Tuesday versus Impact. And Mark, there's no verses there, brother. I don't know what kind of numbers Impact does. I don't know if they get they never really report on that, do they? Shannon says, can't believe Jeff resigned, especially after that trash storyline he was in. I guess the money was right, though. Yeah, it's what's best for him. I get where you're coming from, but it's what's best for him and his family, and I can't fault him for that. So, man, thank you, Miss Lopez. All right, guys, sorry about the open floor. We kind of had the whole hour being open floor today. All right, folks, we are going to we're going to get out of here. Please remember, dang, try this again. Please remember, you can subscribe to Tom Clark's Main Event on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, and the YouTube. My content is free, always has been, always will be. Keep your eyes open, all you Twitch fans out there. This show is going to start broadcasting not only from right here, Wrestling Rumors Facebook Live, also from the Twitch. We hope to get that sucker going as of next week, so please stay tuned for that. So any of you Twitch folks out there, you'll hopefully enjoy it and be another place for you to catch the stream, be another home for Wrestling Rumors. Your boy's riding again. Boom. I'm pretty happy about that. It took a long time. This is the 9th month of the year, so it took me about 10 months to feel like I'm actually getting in a groove. I didn't think it would take this long, but you know what? It is what it is. I'm riding solely for Wrestling Rumors. They have stuck with me through thick and thin, and I owe them. And yeah, I enjoy the folks at the Wrestling Rumors Facebook, or not only Facebook page, but website. Give them your business, man. If you don't like Wrestling Rumors Facebook page, the one you're on right now, please be sure to give it a like if you haven't already. Check out my content there. Of course, I'm there. My latest article was about the main event from AEW Dynamite between Best Friends and Proud and Powerful. So, yeah, man, please give them the time of day. I know they'd appreciate it, and I would very much appreciate if you read my stuff. And, again, it's all free, baby. All you need is an internet connection. So I'm going to get out of here. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out. Hope all of you talking right now and telling me goodbye. I hope all you folks have a great weekend. I'm going to go try to get my mouth right because I can't talk right now. Yikes. So, yeah, I'm going to head out a little bit later on today and play some bass and have some fun. And, yeah, man, I think that's it for me. We're going to get out of here. Thanks, everybody, again, for hanging out, for tuning in, for always being here for us, for always tuning in. And like I said before, and watching. And we do hope you guys have a great, safe, happy, and healthy weekend. And that's all for us, man. We're getting out of here. Thanks for watching. Come back next week. We'll see you next time. Tom Clark's Main Event.